Now to Christine Ebersole. She's done it all, winning Tonys for performances in Great Gardens and 42nd Street, appearing in hit films like Amadeus and The Wolf of Wall Street, and was even a feature cast member on Saturday Night Live. But there was a time when she thought it was all over because of her age. I talked to her recently and asked her about her passion for acting and where it started.
One of my earliest memories was, I think I was 4 years old, and I sat in the kitchen the entire day because I wanted to know what it felt like to be a cripple. Oh. And my mother was very patient, you know, she would just kind of work around me and, you know, was kind of walking around me, not really questioning what I was doing. And then when I had to go to the bathroom, I just kind of crawled on my arms to go to the bathroom, just I really wanted to feel what it was like. And then I guess when I got older, then I realized that, oh, I could do that by acting.
Right.
And get money, you know.
Right.
I'm just a girl who can't say no. I'm in a terrible fix.
So, theater, television, stand-up, you were in movies.
Christine Ebersole. Christine.
Hi, Brian.
Saturday Night Live, you're chosen in
1981. And
so
I
how
just
tough was it for women on Saturday Night
Live?
Live?
I think it's, you know, I don't know. I think maybe Tina Fey changed that course. I don't know. It's when I was there in 1981, 82, it was really kind of a man's world, you know. So I think really the way that I had the most confidence was through the singing, that I got to do singing segments.
I'm so miserable without him. It's like having him around.
And then there was a time when you were worried that your career might be over.
I was over the hill.
At what age?
I think it was after 35.
So what's that
I know,
like?
I did have an agent say to me, listen, if you don't make it by 35, it's it. It's over, you know.
And
I don't have that agent anymore. No. I got rid of that agent.
When somebody tells you that, what's your reaction?
Well,
do you think there's
over? A part of you that believes it. I mean, I did have a different agent like 10 years later say, when I was wondering why I wasn't getting any calls, you know, he wasn't calling me, and he was like, well, you're 45, you know. So there's a part of you that believes that, but I think the highest part of myself was kind of like, well, I'll show you.
Them.
I'll show you. Yeah.
And you went to New York and you showed them. Back to the theater, back to the stage, and you win a Tony for 42nd Street, and you win a Tony for Great Garden.
Right.
And that's the revolution, I mean.
It's kind of your own sort of spiritual atonement, which means that you just sort of tune back into who you are. And it can't be measured by anything outside of you. And I think that's the trick of Hollywood, is that you kind of you feel like you're never thin enough, you're never rich enough, you're never pretty enough, you're never young enough. It's always these sort of external factors that you feel that you're being judged, and you're consequently judging yourself by that. Having that moment of clarity when I was told that it was over, that there was a part of me, that spark of me that knew that God had given me these gifts. And the gifts that I was given was not going to change, was not going to end by my getting older. As a matter of fact, it would probably get better.
You've brought us a lot of wonderful entertainment, and it's a real pleasure to meet you. Thank you for being on our program.
Thank you so much for having me.
Just keeps getting better. Christine Ebersole continues to follow her passion. She's currently performing in a cabaret act in many cities across the United States.